Hey guys, this is Pastor Mel, and I just need to tell you something real quick. Divorce is real. Furthermore, I decided to have one, and I recommend that you do the same. Yeah, that's right. Divorce yourself from every excuse and every self-imposed limitation that has literally already cost you decades, dreams, and destiny. And don't get me wrong, nothing's more beautiful than unity. That's only when we're unified with the purpose that our Father created us. And when we're walking within the musical harmony of divine connections with like-minded people. That's people who want what we want and who value what we value and who are more than willing to lock arms with one another to help each other get to where we can get to together through mutual support. Listen, there's something going down right now, y'all. I hope that you don't miss it. If it's in you, then you know who I'm talking to. My partners and I are like family, and this thing we got is thicker than blood because it's made in the spirit. And it's in the spirit that we decided to make some changes. How do you feel about these changes? Are you ready? Let us know if you need a spot at the table. We're about to participate in a halftime of a lifetime. It's winning season. Father's favor. All right, family, it is time to get this party started, and we want to say good evening to everybody wherever you are. And we are thankful and grateful that you're chiming in with us at this hour. And we got some ground to cover in a short time to get there, so we're going to do our very best to move expeditiously. Let me say hello to a few special people. I see baby girl Keisha is online with us. We see Carol Caspar. She stopped by to say hello, and we're grateful for her. And we're going to represent tonight. Got a lot of information. Let me go ahead and put something on the banner on the screen, because at the end of everything that we say, we got some powerful testimonies. You got to hear them for yourself. Listen, for the past couple of weeks, I think it started in March, I started talking about this subject called permission granted. And the reason behind it, because too many times, y'all, please hear this, too many times, y'all, we're living life in wait mode. We're living life in a place of procrastination. We're just waiting for some kind of perfect condition, if you will. Waiting for somebody to just say, hey, okay, you can go and be great. For somebody to say, hey, you could be promoted. Someone who say, hey, you could live better than you're living right now. So tonight I'm going to share with you some very powerful information. Maybe it's today for you if you're watching the replay, or depending upon where you're seated on this spinning globe. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. But let me start out with this. I need you to go ahead and do this right now. Hopefully you've already shared this broadcast, because sharing is caring. Mama always told me that. Sharing is caring. Go ahead and share it, because I guarantee you it's going to be a blessing to someone, if not you plus them. So I want you to text the word without any spaces in between. Start right. No spaces. Text start right. That's the phrase, to this number, 888-532-2699. Now, when you do that, that'll let us know that you're serious about receiving what we're going to give you. And let me just go ahead and, as Mama used to say too, we're going to show you better than we can tell you. So I'm going to pull up what you're going to receive. You'll have a choice of one of these beautiful 3-night destinations. So let me put it up. But go ahead and text start right to 888-532-2699. right. I hope you got all that information because that's exactly what we have available for you when you text the words, no spaces in between, start right to the number you see on your screen. You'll be able to receive that unconditionally. There are no requirements. We want you to text it. There's a link, there's a page that we're going to send you. You'll watch the videos. You'll complete the survey to answer about 15 questions, and then we're going to get you set up with your choice of the 3-night stay. So go ahead and do that right away. We want you to share that with somebody that you're connected to and let them know that this is an opportunity for us to be a blessing to them. Now, here's the blessing. Every single time we give those away, we meet more people who want to travel at discounted prices. So I'm going to share with you some of the things that you no longer have to wait for. I'm going to pull it up on my screen and see if I can get this party started. I'm going to start. Okay, I think we got it there. All right, so you've done that already. I'm going to pull this tab off. And when I pull that tab off, we're just going to be talking just candidly, just a couple of people pulling up a chair, finding out how you can really go ahead and do the things that you've been waiting to do, sometimes making excuses about, and just waiting for nothing. Because the things that I'm going to share with you, they are available right here, right now, given to you by way of Team Joshua Generation, a part of Team Legacy, and of course, a part of the Travorium platform. So let's look at what we want to share with you tonight. We're going to look at the travel industry as a whole. You're talking about a very sizable industry. You're talking about literally the largest, one of the largest and the most ancient industries on the planet. And from my opinion, the most attractive industry on the planet. I mean, who doesn't like to travel and who doesn't talk about travel? I mean, there's so much conversation about it, but are you ready to be about it? And I'm one of those. I believe that we don't have to keep waiting. The permission is already here. Permission has already been granted. Greater isn't coming, it's here right now, and we can go ahead and begin to live like it. Our goal is very simple, y'all, is to help people create lives that we don't need vacations from. I mean, so many people, they hate their jobs. They spend 40, 50, 60, sometimes 70 hours a week in a place that they hate. And then they hope that one day they'll be able to retire from that and live happily ever after. Well, we found some things out. Number one, if you didn't like what you were living, your conditions were with that job, when you get rid of that job and live on half of your paycheck, things could be even worse. So we want to show you how to do something that really needs to be done. You've been dreaming about it, hoping about it, even praying about it. And we're going to show you how to be about it and to get a lifestyle that's completely different than what you may be accustomed to at this point. Now, Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, he said this: knowing you need to make a change isn't enough. He says you've got to find the guts to do it. Is there anybody out there right now that has the guts to make some changes? I mean, we're still fresh into a new year. We're not quite yet into the 4th month yet, right? We're still in March. It's still early in the game, y'all. And we need to start taking some risk. We need to start really operating in some faith. And we're talking about the evidence of things not seen, right? So we got to be able to walk in something greater than what's the circumstance and the condition around us. We need some guts. If you got some guts, go ahead and put that in the comments tonight. Hashtag, I have some guts. Well, you're in the right place because we're going to go further with this. He also alludes to this training that I want you to get. I'm not going to go deep into this tonight, but I do want you to grab his book. Go to Amazon.com. Do yourself a favor. Go to YouTube. Look up the Cash Flow Quadrant. Hear him teach on this. Hear him break down the 4 ways that wealth is created. You need to understand that the way most of us have been trained, the way most of us have been reared and raised and brought up in an environment, we were pretty much taught to stay on a place and in a field that never really gets us to where we want to go. I mean, we start out with all these dreams, but by the time we're young men and young women, most of us, the dreams have almost been beaten out of us, and we're put into a box, we're put into a quadrant, and we tend to stay there for the rest of our lives. Could I tell you, it doesn't have to be that way. Permission is granted. We want to show you how to move from the left side of this quadrant all the way to the right side. And I'll just say it this way: the right side is the right side. You got to get there as soon as you can. And I'm sharing with you today, tonight, that moment is here. That moment has arrived. You can be a business owner. I mean, it's not going to take anything like you probably thought it would take. You can be an investor. by using the system that we're sharing with you tonight. And this is the game changing winning strategy that once you begin and you plug into the system, we're not talking about pie in the sky. We're not talking about getting rich overnight, but we're talking about if you plug in, if you worked 10% as hard for yourself as you are already doing for someone else, man, your life is going to change exponentially. So we want to show you how to get to the right side. I want to challenge you. I see you there, Kev. It's good to see you, man. I want to challenge you to get to the right side, get that book. We'll talk more about that. But just know 95% of the wealth on the planet is on the right side. But there's only 5% of the people that are in that space who have business owning systems, who have investments that are making them money. And we want to show you how to get there. Let's move on. The next thing I'm going to show you on the next slide is from Mr. Warren Buffett. He said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think I have to convince you that there are some elders that you've met at different places, and they probably were already retired from their first job, and here they are serving at the door as a greeter or this or that somewhere else. They're not there just because they don't have anything else to do, y'all. They're there because they still have to make ends meet, because their retirement wasn't sufficient for them to live like they were retired. And the reality is, if we're not careful, we may not be in the retirement section yet, but if we're not careful, we're going to be the ones to replace them. We have to make sure that we have tapped into a method, tapped into a strategy and a system that allows us to earn money even when we're not working. It can't be just, on the clock only. It can't be, Mamu, it's good to see you, darling. It can't be, if we're not at our employment, we're no longer earning, and we're no longer, our funds are no longer increasing. No, we want to be plugged in a particular fashion where we're earning what we refer to as residual income. Somebody put that in the comments. I want to earn residual income. I want to earn residual income. Oh, if you're already doing it, I love to earn residual income, because this company that I'm going to be talking about is the perfect place. I mean, I couldn't think of a better place to position yourself to earn residual income. Now, here's why it's so important, because it's no longer a luxury. Now, way back in the day, perhaps it was. But now, guys, I'm telling you, man, I just got back from HEB. That might not mean much to you, but over here, that's one of our premier grocery chains, and they got all of what you want and need over there. But man, I'm telling you, the prices have always been probably the best of some of the other choices. However, the cost is going up on everything, guys. I mean, it's not just gasoline. I mean, it's a jug of milk. It's a loaf of bread. It's a stick of margarine. Every single thing you go to get, the price is going up. Inflation, all of that, taxation, all interest, all of that's going up. But I wonder if your income is going up in proportion, or actually greater than that. Well, let me show you how you can fix that. Get multiple streams of income. Just like we have money going out so many different ways for rent or mortgage or school loans, talk back to me, credit cards, insurance payments, whether it's health insurance, life insurance. I hope you have some. All these ways that money goes out. How many different ways do you have money coming in? So we want to talk about how you can change the whole game, how you can have a paradigm shift, moving a totally different flow, operating in a whole different mindset, a whole different reality. And I'm telling you again, today, if you're watching the replay, permission is granted. And I'm going to ask you, why not do the things that we can show you how to do? We have a travel club. It's just like putting your own travel on layaway. The only difference is when you use our system to put your travel on layaway with us using one of our membership levels, here's what you get. You get a match dollar for dollar with what you've put in from our corporation. So if you're putting in $1, well, you actually have $2 in your account because the company matched the dollar that you put in. And we do that in different levels, what we call titanium and what we call platinum. You choose your package in that regard. Not only that, But permission is granted to use our travel club, not only to match your buying power by giving you a dollar for dollar, but to give you access, y'all. Access has been granted. Permission is granted. There are over 2,000 resorts and hotels all around the globe that you can stay at for pennies on the dollar. Now, when you hear some of these powerful testimonies on the end, it'll be more convincing, because right now you just hear me talking and you see a slide on the screen, but I want to make sure we really put some muscle on this at the end of this. But just understand, permission is granted. Permission is granted for you to take world tours, and I'm going to share with you some of the world tours that we're talking about. I don't want you to underestimate this, but again, pennies on a dollar. We'll show you how every single day, you do not have to be a travel agent. My wife and I, we've been travel agents for 8 years. We became a part of this travel club because they were beating the pants off of all of our prices, and it didn't make sense for us. But now we know why. We just didn't know what we didn't know. So we can show you, real deal Holyfield, how to get travel agent prices or better every single day. And if you are a travel agent, could I tell you, one of the wisest business decisions you can make is joining this club and sharing this plan with your clients and with other fellow agents. Tyrone, God bless you, brother. Prayers with you, lifting you up even now. God bless you. Then we're going to share with you, permission is granted to take vacations, 2 to 3 getaways a year. Now, sometimes my wife and I, we both have our own account. If you're a couple, I would recommend that. You're like my wife, sometimes she's going to have the girls get away and all that. Catherine Flynn, it's good to see you, darling. To have the girls get away. I'm not invited to that, right? So she's using the account for that. And then sometimes we got stuff with the kids, Of course, I'm included on that one. And then, of course, her and I, we do our own thing. So we do so much that we wanted to make sure that we would always have enough. So she has her account, I have my account. And if you're a couple, I do recommend that, but it'll give you plenty of travel. I'm talking about 4 to 6 getaways every single year if you're splitting up in the way that I just mentioned. Because there are times when you might need some solitude. There are some times when you might need some downtime. There's you and the Lord, right? And when you're living like that, you're going to need to take that extra getaway. Sometimes it's not always a week or anything like that. It might just need 3 days or 4 days or something of that sort. But this is a company that allows you to do that. Permission, once again, is granted. The travel club credits we get, I don't want to go too far into this, but just know that everything from online shopping for things like gadgets and gadgets, items for the home, perfumes, colognes, clothing, jewelry, all that type of stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, you can save a ton of money just using our club, and our club gives you a travel credit of $100 every single month. That's there at your disposal. Not only that, but dining. We have over 75,000 restaurants of every kind in the United States that you can, no matter where you are, put in a zip code and will populate with the places that you can use the coupons there and save a whole lot of money. It's good to see you, Kayla. Much love to you, darling. See you in Memphis in just a few days. Then the entertainment, guys. I mean, whether you're into theme parks, you're going to Broadway shows or any type of show, any type of thing that you need a ticket, a sporting event, even movies, guys, you'll save a ton of money using our travel club in that regard. So those are the types of things that this company allows you to have. But let me tell you, permission is granted to stop overpaying on your taxes. I don't know how you feel about it, but I don't like, Pastor Ronson, it's good to see you, my friend. I don't like overpaying on my tax. I don't like overpaying on anything. And if you're like that, man, this club will save you so much money. And we're not even talking about the business side. We're just talking about the fact that there are things that you're already doing, and because you're being taxed on it, because it's not set up appropriately for you. But when you set this club up as a small business, as we recommend you do, it's costing $59 a year to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, it just makes sense. It's your money. Do with it as you will. But we're telling you that if you're tired of overpaying taxes, this is the perfect way. We have so many accountants on our team, persons who not only teach this, they do this all day, every day. So these are the types of things. We're saying permission is granted. Permission is granted to use our referral program. Our referral program is set so that if you use the platinum program, especially, you can save or really earn over $3,000 of free vacation every single year. Now, let me just say this: for some people, that's more than you were spending in the first place. That's more than you probably were paying for your vacation for some people. Well, if that is, this is the perfect way for you to get that every single year for free simply by referring three people. Is a very powerful referral program. Now, it's optional. You'll never have to refer anybody to this if you didn't choose. But I'm telling you that it's well worth it. That's for sure. Not only that, but permission is granted to start supplementing your income. There are so many people. Yes, Kayla, there's so many people. I mean, an extra $300 to $700 a month will do wonders in your household. It would do wonders in your budget, helping you to get out of debt, helping you to pay off cars and loans. And it could very well get you where you need to be in early retirement, so forth and so on. And then if you want to take that thing further, of course, let me just throw it at you this way. This is no income claim or anything of that sort, but we have people in our company that are earning over $1 million a year. So there's no limit. In fact, you can earn whatever you're worth, and you determine that your own. Nobody determines your value in this business but you. I love that. So if you want to stay at a couple of $1,000s a month and you're good with that, this company will allow you to do that. If you're the type of person, well, I need an extra 10 grand a month, this company will do that. If you're the type of person you need an extra 50 grand a month, this company will do that. It'll do exactly what you need it to if you're willing to put the work in. Now, again, those things are optional, but the thing of it is people can either supplement their income or they can completely replace their income. And we have so much proof for that. So we definitely want you to get back with the person that invited you to get all of your questions answered in that regard. And then let's just say it this way. Permission is granted to build something with your last name on it, to build something that you own, my friend, to build something that you can pass on to your children and their children. And you can even go further than that. See, there's a whole lot of last names out there, people that we have sold into, people that we have bought into, all those brands out there. That's their last name. But what are you doing for your last name? What are you passing on to those who came from you, right? Sometimes all we pass on is a burden and a debt, right? Sometimes all we pass on is an IOU. Time out for that. We need to do so much better. And you can't pass on your job, that's for sure. Number one, most of the children and grandchildren wouldn't want it. And if they qualified to do what it is you're doing, they probably would just give it right back to you. So the thing of it is, but you can pass on a travel business. And these are the types of things that I'm not just telling you what I heard. I can tell you for a fact that these things are being done. The recipients are being put in such a better place. So we're going to show you how to win big by helping others to win. Permission is granted to do that. No one has to keep losing. Everybody can win together. I mean, this industry is so large. It is so extensive and expansive that everybody can win at the same time. And that's what this company is about. Our motto is a better life requires a better way. That's what the founders of this company are all about. I mean, their names are Hart, Mr. and Mrs. Hart. We love them and what it is that they stand for. They stand for people. They stand for everyday, ordinary people doing extraordinary things, living extraordinary lives. And they stand behind this model. They stand behind this claim. A better life requires a better way. They found a better way, and they're sharing it with us, and lives are being changed all around the world. Now, this is our 10th anniversary month. March is the month of our 10th anniversary. We just passed on. So if you're here, I want you to go ahead and go in the comments and put hashtag happy anniversary Travorium. Hashtag happy anniversary Travorium. We're just telling the world that this thing has reached the 10th year and we're still just getting started. I mean, they have all kind of accomplishments already, but in just 10 years, I mean, you're talking about a debt-free company operating in more than 60 nations, paid out tens of millions of dollars, even in 2019, 400% annual growth. Is projected that the growth this year is going to exceed all prior records. I'm telling you, you're at the right place at the right time. And ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, permission is granted. Let me share with you a very brief message from our CEO. This is from some time ago, but it's just as relevant as it was when he first shared it. So let me just pull this up for you real quick.
I've always worked hard. I've always wanted to produce. I've always wanted to take care of my family. I've always been a guy willing to put in the hours. I think most people are like me. But I remember my grandfather, a very successful entrepreneur and businessman, he came to me one day and he said, David, you gotta learn to shut down. You gotta learn to get away. You have to focus on family and have experiences in your life. If you don't, you're gonna leave an empty life. You know, I took my grandfather's advice to heart. So I began to experience and travel, and it was amazing. I remember inviting people to do the same and have more experiences out of life, but for a variety of reasons they couldn't. And I thought it shouldn't be this way. You know, my grandfather was right. People need to get away. People need to experience more. So I decided to solve this problem. That's why I started Travorium, a company that could help anyone realize the dream to see the world.
Welcome to Travorium, a radical new concept in travel. Our membership allows almost anyone from any walk of life an opportunity to see the world. Travorium brings people together, leveraging the numbers of travelers for incredible rates. Every month, we award our members travel points that can be used in our world tours and getaways. You choose the path, you gain the benefits, and you tour the world. With our Travorium Getaway platform, you can use your points to buy down the rate at over 2,000 resorts across the globe for your individual trip preference. With our premium membership, you can book these stays for a week long in a one-bedroom suite for as little as $1 per night after points applied. But our travel points also give you access to life-changing experiences with our World Tours platform. Every year, our team of experts plan multiple world tours to some of the most sought-after locations on the globe, where we plan activities, parties, self-development trainings, and dinners exclusively for our members. Most people can't spend the time, money, or effort in putting together a trip of this magnitude. And the best part is that our world tours bring together like-minded people from all across the globe, allowing you to meet, learn, bond, relax, explore, laugh, and enjoy life with other members of the Travorium family. Each trip creates an incredible experience that cannot be purchased online, memories that will last for a lifetime, and friendships that can transcend continents. It will leave you counting down the moments to the next one. Our membership also gives you access to our private booking engine, where you can save up to 50% on hotels, cruises, resorts, rental cars, and activities. And if traveling and seeing the world sounds exciting, we also invite you to partner with us. You can earn an income doing what you love, allowing you to turn passion into profit and adventure into a way of life.
All right. I hope you got out of that what I got out of that every single time I see it. It's just inspiring to know that there are people out there that are not just doing what's best for themselves and their family, but they're really doing what it takes to do what's best for people all around the globe. And that's the type of leader we have in Mr. David Hart and Mr. Zadella. So shout out to them. Thank God for all the leaders inside of Travorium that are making big things happen. Again, not just for themselves, but for people all around the globe. Now, how do most people travel? We're going to show you some things, but most people travel, if we're just honest with ourselves, you're paying some ridiculous retail prices. Now, you probably didn't know this, but there are a number of companies out there, and it's really only two. It's Expedia and Priceline. Those are the two families. 80% of all the OTAs, online travel agents that you see out there, are connected to either Expedia or they're connected to Priceline. So you get one over here, it's the same as what you see on the other side of the street. Tomato, it's all the same thing. But here's what you need to know. Those corporations are two of the fastest growing companies on the internet today, and they don't even own anything related to travel. They don't own time. They don't own any hotels. They don't own any resorts. They don't own any rental cars or even cruise ships. None of that is owned, but they've made billions upon billions of dollars. Their CEOs make millions of dollars. Their bonuses can be annual salaries to the average person, but they don't own any of that stuff. But they are great marketers. And they found a way to get us to look at their stuff and to click on their website links. And the next thing you know, we're booking with them and we're paying ridiculous prices. Well, we're going to show you a better way than that. How do most people travel? Number 2, they run up their credit card debt. And that's a no-no for our household. We don't put it on credit anymore like we used to. In fact, with this plan called the Travorium plan, you never have to use your credit again in that regard. In fact, if you use our program the way that it's built to be used, you can get out of debt altogether. That's what Kendra and I are doing. But the thing of it is that credit card debt, you don't have to put your travel there, because every single month when you pay your membership, that money, 100% of it is going for your travel. Not only that, as I said already, the company is matching what you put in. So we're going to show you a way how to eliminate the need to keep using your credit card for things like travel, things of that sort. Number 3, how do most people travel? They pay enormous prices for timeshares. Now, if Coach Tanya was here, she would tell you, because she, like myself, we've had 3 timeshares. I'm not sure how many she had, but she was paying a little bit more than I was paying. But we were paying $379 a month. I think hers was over $600 a month on the timeshare. But here's the thing. We never got out of it what we were promised. And the thing of it is, we just didn't know what we didn't know, but now we do know, so we're operating differently. So let me just caution you. Maybe you've gotten some invites to purchase a timeshare. Don't do it. It's a waste of your money. We'll share this plan with you, and you'll be able, good to see you, Dr. Jackson, you'll be able to travel much more frequently to a wider choice and variety of places, and you'll be spending a whole lot less money. Number 4, how do most people travel when they travel if they're not using Travorium platform? Well, they stay with other folk. And that could work every now and then. It might get you where you need to go. But let me tell you, God bless the child that has their own, right? And if you want to be one of those persons where you can just go into the city where all the family is and stay comfortably and stay somewhere very nice, a 5-star hotel, 5-star resort. But with our program, you can pay 1-, 2-star prices staying at a 5-star destination. So those are the types of things that we love to do. Number 5, how do most people travel? Well, it's the most tragic thing. They really don't travel much at all. They just keep dreaming about it. They just keep wishing about it. They just keep one daying about it. And that day, sometimes, sad to say, it never comes. So we're going to show you what you can do differently. Once again, I want you to go ahead and text. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the screen because I don't want you to miss this. We got this outstanding getaway. Text START RIGHT to 888-532-2699, and you're going to be able to receive one of the 30 plus 3-night stays, 4 days, 3 nights. And we're going to enroll you for a $300 airline gift card that will be given out the end of next month, April. So we're looking forward to doing that and to see who that winner is going to be. So do that very quickly. And let's talk about some of the things that we're going to do before we get our guests on. Because there's really, I just want to summarize this, 3 ways that we travel differently from what you've seen prior, the 5 ways I just showed you. This is what we do better. This is what we do greater. This is what we do that it just works. I'm telling you, what do? We show you how to travel with substantial discounts. I'm not talking about that 5 and 10% stuff. We're talking about 20 to 70% off every day, all day, where you can get the types of prices that you will not find anywhere else. Number 2, we share with you how every single year some of your travel can be free. I mean, that alone just ought to get your attention, and you ought to be ready to get started, because this is Real Deal Holyfield. Every single year, we're going to share with you how to get some of your travel for free. Number 3, if you plug into the system, and if you're the type of person that I am, not only will you travel for free, but we'll show you how to get paid to travel. And that is where everything changes. These are the types of things we love to do. We've mastered all 3. And if that's something you're interested in, you should already be reaching out to us, and we're excited about that. Now, I'll share with you a few examples. I can go on and on by sharing the pictures today. These are the types of getaways and world tours. We have over 100 plus world tours for 2022. We are extremely excited. I mean, we have so many opportunities that people are going to get to go to places that they never would have went to except they've gone on this platform. But instead of sharing the pictures with you, let me just pull up another video and you'll be able to enjoy it that way. Ladies and gentlemen, if that doesn't get you, I don't know what is. I could have taken the time to share with you all the pictures, but I thought that would be more appropriate. The last thing I'm going to do before I get our guest on is very quickly to tell you that there's a lot of money to be made in this industry. We have inside of Travorium what we call a 10X compensation plan. I mean, there's a lot of great companies out there doing some great stuff, but I've never seen anything as lucrative as this and as simplistic as this. It does not mean that you're going to be a millionaire starting tomorrow. There's work involved. We don't make any income claims for anybody. It's what you bring to the table and the work ethic that you're willing to put in. But I can tell you this, with a very small amount of effort, from number one, having 3 people that you have as your referral base, your services are already free. From there, building that particular team to what we call a 1-star position, and you're already earning between $4,800 to $8,400 a year. How would you like a $8,400 a year pay raise by just having a couple of people on your team? The next step from there is a 2-star director earning anywhere from an extra $18,000 to $30,000 a year, still doing this part-time. What could you do with an extra $18,000 to $30,000 doing it part-time? And all you're doing is really you're traveling, saving money on your travel, and showing a few of your leaders how to do the same, or teaching others how to do the same. 3-star directors, they have an additional amount of money, but this is the part you'll love. That luxury car. They get a luxury car bonus that's $600 a month that will be paid in their behalf towards the luxury car of their choice. There's about 10 they can choose from, different models, late model, anywhere between the last 2 years, blue, white, or black. And there's so many different models, I won't even name them, but that's what you'll love. $600 a month will be paid. Plus you're earning anywhere between an extra $30,000 to $40,000 a year. Still very much, most of our 3-star directors will be part-time. 4-star directors, now you're getting into the place where you can have some options here. $50,000 to $60,000 a year. You're earning this annually, guys. you got options. Not everybody. Some people could quit their job with that. Some couldn't. But nonetheless, it's your choice what you do and how you do it. You've now developed a sizable team. Perhaps a couple of hundred people are on your team. That's a small team, to be honest with you, compared to what you would need to have that same type of income and most other opportunities. Then our ambassadors. This is where we wanted to get to. Shout out to our own team ambassador, Coach Deborah Taylor. We love you. We're excited about seeing you in just a few days, hosting that big event inside of Memphis. Can't wait to get there. But our ambassadors are earning anywhere from $90,000 to $110,000 annually just to start. And yes, they still get the same monthly car bonus of $600 a month. When they go from there, they also can begin earning what we call the profit sharing of the company. The company shares profits with the ambassadors. All that money from the profits goes into what they call a global ambassador pool. And right now, that on average, the average ambassador is receiving anywhere every single month from an additional $1,500 to $1,800 a month per share. Then we have the 5-star ambassador vacation. You're talking about, man, vacation on a whole new level with everything being paid from flights to, you just got to get there. Then not only that, the Louis Vuitton experience, that's one of the ambassador benefits. And they've done that now for just over a year. Bishop Randy, it's good to see you, man. Can't wait to see you in person. Then let's go James Bond, y'all. We're talking about this masterful watch. It's called the Omega for the ladies and the men. This is one of the things that the 3-star ambassadors receive. And just perk after perk after perk after perk, guys. These are the types of things that you can live in the lifestyle of an ambassador. $100,000. All the way up, we have ambassadors earning more than $300,000 a year. And then, of course, the highest income earners earning over $1 million a year. Guys, I'm telling you, this is the place. If you want to do something different, you want to do something greater, this is the place to get it done. And let's just say we have ambassadors. Some have done this thing in a year, 2 years, some even 4 years. But could I just stretch that out for somebody who said, well, I don't know if I could do that. And let's just say you just didn't. Let's just say it took 10 years. Would you be mad at yourself that in a 10-year period, you enjoyed a whole bunch of free vacations? You had a wonderful time establishing relationships with some quality people, making friends all around the globe, going places where some people never, ever get to see. And in the process of that 10-year period, you finally get there at 10 years and you're earning anywhere between $100,000 to $300,000 a year. Would you be mad at yourself? I wouldn't. So I'm telling you that it's worth it. Listen, I can go on and on and on talking about this, but I'm not going to do that. All I want to do now is get our guest on who have some powerful testimonies to share. So let me remove this out of the place, and I'm going to get Prophetess Michelle is in the house. I have Minister Lisa in the house, and I have our dear sister Yvonne Whitehead is in the house. Ladies, thank y'all for bearing with me. I had to get that information out. But this is the best part, and that's your part, to share your testimony about what Travorium means to you and why. And I want to start at the top. Michelle, will you talk to us, please? You've been with us just a little time, and then you came back. You always kept your account live, and that's to your credit. And you did that for a particular reason. Why are you so excited about Travorium? What excites you the most? You're still muted.
All right, sorry. I was saying, kind of hit the nail on the head right there, even when you said how, I had to take a little sabbatical, came back, but it was still there. That's the thing with Travorium. You first build a family, and no matter what happens, your family is always there. Your account, if you do right by your account, it's always there. Nobody takes anything from you. Nothing. Permission is granted. Everything you need is right there. It's a way to live the life that you choose to live, not that chooses you. Because all too often, we live a life with the cards that we dealt instead of dealing our own cards. What I love about Travorium is it gives us the chance to deal our own cards, to pull our own ace of spades. And when we pull them hard, and we enjoy hard, we love hard, And Travorium, I'm telling you, I love it from the owners on down. I love the hearts. You know, I love Coach Deborah Taylor. I don't know where I would be without her. She is
Wow.
the epitome of a mother in this season, in this time, in this business. She
Right.
will always make sure that you are taken care of, and anything you need, she'll always be there for you.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing that. I had to put that there in a hashtag. Hashtag deal your own cards. That's powerful. And this is exactly what Travorium allows us to do. Thank you for sharing that. Don't go too far away. Miss Yvonne, you've been around the world and back with Travorium. You got some Travorium travel experience. So talk to us about why it means so much to you and what stands out the most. We went through all that presentation information. It's a lot. Extract what means the most to you. You're muted. If you'll unmute yourself.
Hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay. What I was saying is that it's the prices of the vacation that you get to go. The prices excites me, and that when you can have two people to go with you, it's for two people instead of one. And Travorium, they do not discriminate. You know, it doesn't matter if you're poor, rich, wait for a check. It doesn't matter. Everybody have a chance to go. And there's no excuse seems to not want to take a chance in a company like this, because I believe that it might not have be another company coming again to be a part of with so much to give to people that wants to go somewhere. So I'm excited about all parts of it, all of it. The people that I met, the person that introduced me to it. I wish it would have happened years ago, but the time it came is the right time. So I'm excited about all of it, and it's great. It's a new vehicle to get where you need to get to.
I love it. I love it. Do you know anything about that lady, that queen next to you?
Yes, I do.
Can you tell us a little bit about her, and then she'll come on and tell us what she loves so much about Travorium?
Oh man, Lisa, she's a jewel, and she's a very caring person. And about Travorium, she just put her all into it, and it's almost like she protects of it like a baby. Don't mess with my Travorium, it's mine. But I will share it with you, but it's mine. Right. And she's a real great person. She introduced me to it, and like I say, I don't know what really say, cause she can speak for herself and she does a good job. But all I can say, she's a jewel in the thing that she do and genuine.
Absolutely. Mr. Lisa, tell us what you love so much about Travorium and give us some of your travel experiences, because I know you've been all over.
Okay. You all hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, what I love, I'm sitting here thinking what I love most about Travorium. One, I just believe that Travorium is a foundation for me now. When you build a house, you have to have a solid foundation. And this has become my foundation that I'm building on. I heard Coach D say, I think it was last night, I was at work and I was listening in on the webinar, and she said that the sacrifices that she's made. And so when you decide what it is that you really want out of life, and this business for me, I have my board in front of me, and it says our motto is a better life requires a better way. And so I had to sit down and decide and think about it. What is it that you really want, Lisa? What is it that you desire more than anything out of this business? And this is what I believe that this business is going to give me, So when I joined this business, I wanted to travel, and I still love traveling, but more than anything, I want to be able to travel worldwide. So that had to be one of the things that I had to write. What is it that you want? What is it that you desire? You know, I desire to travel worldwide. I desire to grow the largest travel network team in my business. I believe in being the best at whatever it is that I'm doing, you know, and so I'm gonna strive to do that. What else do you want, Lisa? Well, I want to travel. I want to retire and live life abundantly and prosperously. You know, I'm working a full-time job, a 12-hour job, you know, a day. I love my job now. I do. I like my job. I'm making more money than I've ever made in my life, you know, on this job. But it's tiresome. You know, these are my latter years, and I want my latter years to be the best years.
Right.
And I believe that this platform, this foundation of Travorium is going to give me that. I believe in that. And then what else is it that you want, Lisa? Well, I want to teach and show others how to do the same thing.
That's good.
I want to win at this, and I'm already winning. I say to anybody, if you've already started on this journey, you are already winning. You're already winning because you've started. So then I had to decide, well, if these are the things that you want, how are you gonna achieve these desires? So you listen. We sit under mentors. We sit under great teachers like you and Coach D and Todd and our CEOs, and you know, we pour in yourself. You invest in books like the Strangest Secret.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
Look, as a man thinketh. The Richest Man in Babylon.
Right.
All of Robert Kiyosaki books, and so on and so on and so on. So you invest in yourself. You have to invest in yourself. So then what do? You have to write your vision and you have to make it plain. Believe me, it works when you write your vision. And one thing I heard Todd Strand say, and I'll never forget it, if it's something that you want, then you have to make a decision that this is what you want. And once you make that decision, that means all other options die.
Yes.
There is no B plan for me. This is it. You know, I asked my granddaughter, she's in college and she's running track. So she's been having a problem with her leg. So she's been in therapy with her leg and everything. And I said, well, Tatiana, I said, well, if you can't run track or play basketball because that's what she does, I said, what is your plan B? And she said, well, Grandma, I don't have a plan B. She said, because I cannot see my life without this. And so that's what I say about Travorium. I don't have a plan B. I don't have a plan B. So I have to build this. You know, I have to make my vision plain. I have to run with it. I have to run. So what else did you have to do, Lisa? You have to root out everything and everybody in your life that's not compatible to what it is that I'm going after. You know, that's not compatible to the things that I want to attract in my life. You know, that's not running with me. They don't understand. That's going to hold you back. You have to root all of that stuff out. And then you have to focus on the task at hand and be relentless and stay focused on those things. So for me, like I said, Travorium is a foundation that I'm building on to get to where I want in life. You know, I'm going there. You know, I'm going there. Dreams do come true. You know, and so again, stand under the right people, listening, writing it down, applying the principles, and watch them work. It may not work as fast for you as it worked for others, but guess what? It's going to work if you keep on going.
Yes.
And again, I'm going to end with this. My granddaughter, she talked to me a couple of days ago, and she said, Grandma, because she knows the sacrifices that we are making, you know, to help her get through college. And so she said, Grandma, my greatest fear is that the sacrifices that you're making will be wasted. She said, what if I don't succeed? And I said, Tatiana, I said, you will succeed as long as you don't give up. As long as you keep pushing forward. I said, it's just like a snail or a turtle. It looks like they're never going to get across the road, you know, but unless they get run over, you know, they're going to make it to their destination.
Right.
So will she, and so will we. Yeah. All of those who desire whatever it is that you desire, And in this business, like I said, this business is more than just travel.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe it is the way to whatever it is that you want in life. But just stay on the path. Stay on the path and keep on traveling.
I love it. Ladies, you've done us all good tonight, just speaking from your heart, being so candid. I salute each of you. If you're watching this broadcast and we have partners like Kayla Young, we have partners like Tyrone Haynes, we have partners like Randy Moore and Kevin Watkins and Lisa and others who are in the feed. If you know them and you're connected to them, please reach out to whoever it is that shared this broadcast with you. We have absolutely nothing to gain by tricking or duping or deceiving anyone. We've not exaggerated any claims. The three things that we do and we've mastered: number one, getting substantially discounted prices on our travel; number two, traveling for free; and number three, getting paid to travel. If any of those things are the types of things that you would like to find out more about, and at the same time, just for checking out one of the videos that we want to send to you, go ahead and text START RIGHT to 888-532-2699. You'll answer a couple of questions in the survey, and then we'll get you set up for a complimentary 4-day, 3-night stay, just because we mean everything we say. So thank you, ladies, for blessing us with your powerful, powerful testimonies and just being so clear tonight. You've traveled all over the country, around the world using this program. And I'm going to end with this. I'll share this one more time for the benefit of those who didn't see it on the first time. Text START RIGHT to 888-532-2699 and choose one of these locations you're about to see again. And we'll meet you at the beach, the bank, or both. The choice is really yours. Thank you, ladies. Good night.
All right, y'all.
Mm-hmm.